From the east came the Hyksos, entering Egypt as the land lay fractured by conflict and weak rule. The 13th and 14th dynasties lacked the strength to resist them, and power slowly slipped from native hands. A new era had begun, one unlike any before. For the first time in its long history, Egypt was ruled by foreign kings. The true origins of the Hyksos remain uncertain, but modern evidence points to a Canaanite homeland in the Levant. Their rulers bore Semitic names, their material culture reflected Near Eastern traditions, and their chief god was Baal, whom the Egyptians linked with Seth. Far from being mysterious invaders, the Hyksos belonged to a wider Near Eastern world that had long interacted with Egypt. The Hyksos made Avaris their capital, anchoring their power in the Eastern Delta, close to their homelands and vital trade routes. From there, they tightened their grip on Lower Egypt, but their authority faded the farther south it reached. Upper Egypt slipped beyond their control. In Thebes, a native line of kings arose, the 16th dynasty, rulers who did not serve the Hyksos but resisted them. Egypt was divided once more, foreign kings in the north, defiant Egyptian rulers in the south. Their authority, however, was narrow, their resources scarce, and their lands steadily shrinking. One by one, their strongholds fell. They were unable to withstand Hyksos power, and so the 16th dynasty collapsed, its kings fading into obscurity. Yet their fall did not end resistance. It forged the resolve from which a greater power would rise. According to later Egyptian tradition, during the reign of the Hyksos king Apophis, a provocative message was sent to the Theban ruler Seqenenre Tao. Apophis demanded that the king of Thebes silence the hippopotamuses of the south, claiming their noise disturbed him in distant Avaris, a thinly veiled insult meant to assert dominance. The message was a declaration of hostility. War soon followed between the Hyksos and the now established 17th dynasty. In this struggle, Seqenenre Tao met a violent end, his skull bearing the wounds of battle. His death would not end the war, but ignite it. Kamose succeeded Seqenenre Tao and inherited a war already in motion. He was determined to bring an end to Hyksos rule and reunite Egypt under a single crown. Yet the task before him was daunting. The Hyksos had forged an alliance with Nubia, threatening Egypt with war on two fronts. Still, Kamose would not be deterred. To him, a divided Egypt was an intolerable state of affairs. When urged to accept the division of the land, Kamose replied,
"Why should I contemplate my strength while one great ruler sits in Avaris and another in Kush, an Asiatic and a Nubian united, each claiming his share of Egypt, while I cannot even pass them on the road to Memphis? My purpose is to deliver Egypt and strike down the Asiatics."
All are loyal to the Asiatics as far as Kusay.
The courtiers warned.
We are secure in our part of Egypt. Elephantine is strong, and the central lands are with us up to Kusai.
But Kamose was unmoved. Their words did not weaken his resolve. His vision unshaken. Egypt would be reunited under one crown, and the Asiatics would be driven from the land. Kamose's genius lay not only in courage, but in strategy. He harnessed the Nile itself, sailing north to move his forces with speed and precision. As he advanced, Hyksos-held cities fell one by one. In those that surrendered, their garrisons were wiped out. In those that resisted, he simply bypassed them, striking first at the city to the north and cutting off its support. This shrewd strategy, devised by Kamose, proved highly effective, enabling the rapid subjugation of cities along the Nile. By isolating each stronghold before it could mount a defense, Kamose's forces swept through the delta with remarkable speed, leaving the Hyksos scrambling to respond. The fall of Memphis sent shockwaves through the Hyksos court. Apophis, their king, scrambled to summon his allies from Cush to aid him. Yet fate intervened. The messenger he sent never reached its destination, intercepted by the advancing Egyptian forces. With no reinforcements on the way, the Hyksos were left isolated. Kamose moved to subjugate the Bahariya oasis, securing Egypt's flanks. With this obstacle removed, nothing seemed capable of stopping the Thebans from striking at the Hyksos capital itself. Yet, just as victory seemed within reach, fate intervened. Kamose passed away, and his brother Ahmose ascended the throne, inheriting the war that would finally end foreign rule over Egypt. Ahmose then led his army north to Avaris, the stronghold of the Hyksos. After a determined siege, the city fell, and with it, the last vestiges of foreign rule in Egypt's heartland. Yet Ahmose's vision went beyond mere expulsion. He pursued the remnants of the Hyksos into Canaan, laying siege to the city of Sharuhin. For 3 long years, the walls held firm, until finally the city fell, securing Egypt's borders and completing the liberation that his father and brother had begun. And thus, the Hyksos' reign in Egypt came to an end. With their expulsion, the tumultuous Second Intermediate Period closed, and a new era dawned over the 2 lands, the new kingdom of Egypt. Under native rulers like Ahmose I, Egypt would rise to heights of power, wealth, and cultural brilliance, an age many historians regard as the pinnacle of ancient Egyptian civilization.